We're live. He's live. He was live at some point, but no longer. And those? Don't worry about those. It's for a later date. That, Halloween's over, but she's staying. And him, I don't know about him. We'll see. All right. Time to get to work. And by work, I mean play. And by play, I mean torture myself. Projects. A never-ending cycle. Okay. Let the never-ending cycle commence. Inside. Only you did with it was in the back of my truck right now. Only you could see the surprise that I have. Let me play this. It's not a motorcycle. But it does have two wheels. And a motor. Not a motorcycle. It's not, so stop saying it is. Alright? I don't want to hear it. Let me go do my duties. Before I do the duties. This is the subject of tonight's torture. The EX 500. And today, Courtney will be joining us as always to monitor the comments and respond, send super chats. Well, thank you. After 10 likes. Alright, enough of the lollygagging. Now to get on with the real work. The real chores. Don't look at him either. He's a very jealous guy. He doesn't think I'm my truck to be honest. Kind of overwhelming. And I can't really move without taking it out. Trash mission. Let's go. You guys ready for this trash mission? You guys haven't been around for a trash mission. This is it. So he needs fork seals today, and I finally have the right parts. I hope. It's usually how it goes right before I find out that I have the wrong parts. Yes. Does that mean I can make my motorcycle repair itself? Yep. Nope. Can't do that. Can't subscribe yet. If anyone's interested, I'm listening to Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. You guys have a Blood Dragon at home? Oh, what's up? Oh, hey, what's up, Kaylee? I have a couple Blood Dragons at home. I don't like to talk about it. But I do like to talk about motorcycles. heads. Courtney Love. Any of you guys a Courtney Love fan? This is an authentic Courtney Love mask. It's on the reproduction. She lives here now with me. Anyone in need of the original magnetic United States traveling collection board by Magnetic Collectibles Limited? Anyone need this? Thought I needed it. I guess not. If anyone is interested in the original magnetic United States Travelers Collection board by Magnetic Collectibles Limited, made in USA, let me know before it goes in the trash. It's going to go in the trash now. My buddy Andres, a toolbox for his birthday. A toolbox. And sorry about that noise. I'm sure that was very pleasant. That was the worst sort of ASMR. This garage ASMR. Junkyard ASMR. Scrap bags, metal playing around. Yeah, I went and gave it to my buddy Andres for his birthday. A Kennedy toolbox, machinist toolbox. And I made a little more room in the garage. Check this out. Andres shoes, $1. Anyone? This is kind of a weird design, but $1. They're brand new. Boing. They were brand new. Also, gotta get rid of this thing. Definitely don't need this sledgehammer workout equipment. Am I going to SawCon? I do not know what SawCon is. I just collect skin. That's it. Do they sell skin at SawCon? I skin for motorcycles. Thing moves. Anything that moves or maybe once moved at one time? I don't know. Things like this. Alan Poe masks. Anyone? It's a good costume. Gonna tune this music up. It is pretty slow. And I think I'm gonna listen to some Borg music mix. Alright. This is pretty Borging right now. Time to work on a bike. Like we were working on tonight. EX 500 Kawasaki. I'm putting fork seals on it. And if anyone's wondering, I did not get any dead leaves sent to me so I could fill up my spooky leaf bags. So maybe next year. Yeah, and guess what? I'm not throwing out this t-shirt. I don't care about the hole, okay? Stop caring about the hole. Look at the back, all right? This shirt's not going anywhere. I'll be buried in this shirt. Where's that Springer fork or Springer front fork going? This one right here, this is going to remain on this bike. I'll show you. Let me move this ram mount out of the way. There we go. Springer front end is going on this Ultima 127. Right now it's currently preoccupied by a werewolf hand, but I don't know, he'll probably come off there at some point when he feels like letting go. This is the chopper that I'm working on now, and then I actually have some much longer Springer forks. These things are like, I don't know, 20 over. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm standing level with this spring right here, so I don't know, they're pretty tall. But I plan on putting those Springer forks on, not this 1965 frame, not this rigid frame, but this little hidden blood dragon. I don't know why it's called blood dragon, but I just made that up. Shovel head that I got. This is my $200 shovel head. The $200 shovel head project. And tonight, working on the EX500. I'm trying to get some fork seals put on it. I've ordered about 10 pairs of fork seals and I finally found the right ones. By 10, I mean like, I don't know, 2. But we'll figure it out. Only on Fang's garage. I'm sure if anyone else is following along, doing their fork seals, you will enjoy this. If not, Courtney's here to entertain, and also, yeah. Oh, thanks, Irish Trail Cam Clips. That's my first gas tank that I tried to fabricate myself from scratch. So I pressure tested it, and I'm hoping it's all gonna work out. I've never built a gas tank from scratch before, so this is a brand new one for me. Just trying to get this camera set up so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Alrighty. Let me get a rag or two. I'm sure this will be a dirty excursion. Let me get a couple dirty rags. Wipe off some of the dirt from the other dirt. Courtney a little wipe down. She needs that sometimes. Alright. Let me get some gloves. Blue gloves. And also this. It's usually helpful if you guys are going to be replacing any sort of fork seals on your motorcycle, or just any motorcycle repair in general. It's always good to have an extra set of hands nearby. And also parental supervision is also suggested. So yeah, we'll set all that up. Make sure we're all squared away here. And then we'll get on to the show on the road. Whatever. He doesn't want to behave himself. This thing, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do with this. This guy might have to live in the shadow realm for a little bit. Alright, let's do it. Mogwais don't like to be in the sunlight anyways. Or in UV lighting. Grab a couple more of my kids' old clothes that I now have obtained for rag purposes. Got the fork tube. Is that the right name for it? Fork tube? Who knows? We're getting technical here on First Garage again. Technicalities. Okay. Let me find the fork seals. Now snipper away. Things around the garage like to do that. Of course, they're sitting directly next to the project that I'm working on, which is my bad. Didn't know I was planning that well. Okay, and oh yeah, let me get the fork tool that I just bought. Oops. Oh yeah, by the way, in case you guys are curious, I did fix the panda. The baby panda toy. And by fixed it, I mean I got the little motor working. So if you guys saw the last one where I was trying to revive that dead baby panda, and I peeled all its skin off and it was screaming and making all those noises, and then I still continued to take its skin off and then pulled its head off before I dissected it. Yeah, after I pulled that little motor out, I cleaned it all up and did all sorts of things to it, and I got it working. So that's good. Okay, if you're here for the last one, you saw that I installed this rubber seal on this fork tube here, and I have a fork tube here that I have not taken apart fully, so you can see that today. But basically put this seal on here. Now I'm going to start assembling it, and I'm going to use this fork seal kit. Never use this, but everyone online says this thing sucks. You have to modify it in order to make it work and blah blah blah. So I said that's perfect for Fang's Garage. I'd love to get something that doesn't work right off the bat. That makes it fun. So let's have some fun. All right, so I've got this piece right here, little spring dealio, and it's threaded on the bottom. It's going in the fork tube. I believe, if I remember correctly, I took these forks apart about, I don't know, 2 months ago. So your guess is probably as good as mine at this point. I do not remember. Okay, so I believe the way this goes, this fork tube is sitting inside the lower fork, or the fork lower. This is pushed in like this, and the way that this fork lower connects on here is via this tube thing. What is the name of the tube thing? Nobody knows. It's actually a well-kept secret by the motorcycle industry. So nobody knows, but they'll figure it out someday. Am I doing this correctly? Nobody knows, but someone will figure it out correctly someday. Looks like I am. And see if I can't. Okay, so that's not correct. Forgot to put this on there. This little bottom piece going on. And let's see if it'll stay on there. Whenever I attempt to put this in the fork lower, I believe this is how it goes. Like I said, this has been a couple months since I took this off, so my memory is a little bit shaky, but I'm pretty sure this is how it goes. That's why I left one of them assembled, because I knew that I was going to be a little bit late fixing this. So this bolt is going straight up through here, and it's going into that little bottom piece that I showed you. I'll show you on the other fork. But yeah, putting this bolt all the way up through here, all the way up into here, and it bolts into that little bottom piece that I was showing you earlier. So let me see if I can do this, and let me grab my Allen keys real quick. I made some good progress today with some clearing out of the garage a little bit. I was able to clean up and organize some of my parts, so now I'll have a better inventory of all the motorcycle parts that I have stockpiled. Trying to get all my brake lights and headlights all in the same spot, and etc., etc. So that'd be cool, and I can go shopping. Shopping! One of the most satisfying things that happens is whenever somebody asks me, hey, keep your eye out for this particular motorcycle part. And I'm like, oh, I have the part. I have it. In my house. In my garage. And that always makes things fun. Then it's like having your own little store. I'll bite your buddies. Help your buddies modify their bikes. That's what I always say. Help them out, for goodness sake. Okay, I put it in there at the right torque. The right torque is you tighten it until you feel like you're going to strip it out, and then you just kind of ease off a little bit. So that's the right torque in case someone needs a torque spec. That's it. Okay, now we are moving on. I had the seal somewhat seated in there, and I'm going to attempt to now check out the new tool. This is the Blue Box brand. That's, I'm assuming, the brand. They were like, hey, you know what? Everyone knows Blue Box. We don't need no brand name on there. Everyone will know. It's got, let's see, 35 to 50 millimeter different little sleeves that you put on the fork driver. What the hell is going on, ET? Let me tell you what's going on, ET. What's going on is you are looking into a mirror of your own thoughts and your own ambitions, ET. That's what's going on. Am I right? Do you not like the hat? Maybe just a hoodie? What's going on is I'm replacing the 1990 EX500, also known as the Kawasaki Ninja. This bike came out and insurance rates went through the roof because young men were out there dying by the thousands on Kawasaki Ninjas. So you know what else came out during that time frame, around that time frame? The Yamaha VMAX. And guess what? Insurance companies, they didn't even know about the VMAX. They didn't realize how fast and obscenely dangerous the Yamaha VMAX was. It made the Kawasaki Ninja look like a child's toy that was sitting out front of a Kmart It costs 25 cents to ride. When he jumped on a Yamaha VMAX, essentially taking off on a jet. And guess what? Insurance companies, they had no idea. And then young men were, again, just getting wiped out left and right, dying on these Yamaha VMAXs. But yeah, now the EX500 or the Kawasaki Ninja 500, that to me is like a child's bike compared to the new rocket ships that are flying around on the streets right now. Look at this. Okay, this is why they said you're gonna have to modify it. Okay, this little lip thing is supposed to be fitting in this lip, this cast iron thing, right? You tell me how this fit and finish looks to you. Okay, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try and just. I can't even line this thing up. Okay, there's it lined up. Now, this is what it looks like lined up in the little slot that it's supposed to be in. That's literally how good they made it. They said, yeah, that's good. They said, are you sure? They said, yeah, good. Just put good. And they just threw it out there like that. So that's why people are saying, hey, you got to freaking modify this thing to make it work. And they were not joking around. Unless it's like that, unless I'm just the doofus and I'm doing it wrong. I mean, yeah, obviously it wouldn't fit that way, but even that way, it's still like, still have to cut it quite a bit. So I'll, yeah, I guess I'll just get the hand file out and file this a little bit. It looks like maybe the casting is a little bit off on this, and also the plastic is not perfect on this either. So let me just grab a file real quick, and then I'll just file this down and see if I can't clean it up a little bit. I also grabbed my buddy's Lance Milan 150cc GY6 scooter tonight, so 10 motorcycles here. Not really a motorcycle, but check it out also. I made this invention right here. It's a board with the keys. I call it the keyboard. And it's got all the motorcycle keys on it, so whenever I want to ride a bike. My buddy came over yesterday and he said, oh, look at all these new bikes. And I was like, yeah, dude, you want to hop on one? Try the BMW. I jumped on that. And then I was like, dude, try the pit bike. I got on the pit bike, rode around. It was pretty cool. Got all the bikes available, somewhat rideable. Try other piece. You mean the other gas piece? This one? Let's see. It looks like it is the same thing. And let me try a different red one to see if it's the same problem. Yeah, it is the same problem. And I think it might actually be that just this metal cast piece. Yes, I think that this part right here needs to be opened up a little bit. It looks like there's a little bit of a flash on there or something from the when they cast this. So I'm going to try and just modify these two pieces real quick and take a little bit of the casting flash off of there with this square hand file. And yeah, and I'm going to see if this will just clean it up a little bit and make the pieces fit, because this red piece that I'm using and this other red piece that I tried, they both have the same issue. So it seems like this size is consistent on both of them and this size is messed up on both of these. So let me just quickly, let me grab my Dremel real quick. That'll make it 5 times faster. Get a little Dremel action going. See what happens. But yeah, I've been able to do a little bit of cleaning in the garage, so I can hopefully kind of sort through the stuff that I have and either try and use some of it or get rid of some of it. Some of the parts that I have are valid parts. I found a bunch of shovel head parts that I didn't realize I had today, so I can actually use those. But some of the parts I think that it's most likely like some fenders and stuff probably won't use, so I just want to get rid of it and make room for a better set. Get my safety goggles. Safety David Goggins. David Goggins, I highly doubt he wears safety goggles. If a little metal piece is about to fly in his eye, it would probably just go the other way. And just, like, I'm not even, nope. Or his eyelid would grab the little piece of shrapnel right before it hit him in the eye. Like grab it like a little hand. Probably grab a little piece like a hand and curl it. That's what his eyelid would do. I'm using the cheapo Harbor Freight, super disposable, not worth your money Dremel kit. It is actually worth your money if you're getting new into this. But to be real, let's all be real here. The authentic Dremel stuff is where it's at. That's the stuff that actually works good. This stuff, I mean, it'll get chewed up so fast, it'll make your head spin, and you won't even get your money back. If that makes any sense. Okay, this sucks. I'll have to use a fairly small thing for it, and this quote-unquote time saver will probably turn into a huge time waster, but we'll try it for the sake of science. Yeah, I know. Found a 2001 buried in my garage. Nice. That's actually a good thing to find. A nice little Sportster sitting back there. Sometimes having a lot of stuff is a good thing. Yeah, I'm all for modifying a tool if I need to, but it is nice to just buy something and have it work the right way the first time. Got my super patriotic safety goggles, and I'm going to Dremel out this hole a little bit. Flip the camera around and get a little zoom action on. Get your zoom on. I'll do it right there, and we'll see if you can even see it. Okay, that'll probably be good. Hopefully I'll be able to keep it in frame. This might be kind of loud, so this thing sucks. Thing is taking absolutely forever. I think it would be 10 times faster if I just used the freaking hand file at this point. I mean, if I'm gonna freaking do it, should I do it like this so that any new viewers aren't gonna be able to see what I'm doing? They're just see me like this. What are you looking at? Don't look over here. It's not what you think. I'm just filing some paperwork in the archives of Chopper Knowledge. Billionaire Canadian person? My gosh. Billionaire, huh? You must have a lot of motorcycles, because I am far from a billionaire. Most expensive boy ever. Oh, okay. You're an alien? Weird. We just had an alien stop by just a few seconds ago. Our little shop buddy here. He loves Canadians. In case you guys are curious, E.T. actually does love Canadians. It's in the behind the scenes footage. You just probably didn't see it. It's buried in there. You have to get the director's cut and everything. Let's see if this thing will fit in there correctly. Nice. Now it fits. Not too bad. Yeah, I was actually putting it in there the wrong way earlier. I was like, look how dumb they are. Oh, hey, what's up, Suck? How you been? What am I doing? I am working on the EX 500 fork seals. And I've been getting attitude from Courtney and this guy all night. He's been giving me this look the entire time. It's alright. They just don't understand. They don't understand what I have to do in order to keep these bikes going. So yeah, right now, what year? EX500 is a 1990. Looks like this thing fits in here. Yep, that is Gizmo, and guess what? He's got a little bit of an attitude problem tonight, if you couldn't tell. So, this is not his normal behavior, but we can live with it. He's just probably a little hungry. It's about that time. So yeah, this piece is now fitting on there good, and I'm going to just quickly put this one under the mercy of the Harbor Freight square file. And guess what? Square file shows no mercy. There's absolutely no mercy. If you thought for a moment that this square file was going to show any kind of leniency towards this unnamed Chinese fork seal install tool, you're wrong. Okay? It will show absolutely no mercy, and it will not stop until the mission is done. And the mission tonight, fix the fork seals. And hopefully Courtney here does not get too angry like she did yesterday. SawCon? No, I'm not sure what SawCon is. Nice. Thank you for that, Suck. I appreciate that. As long as, what's your advice when it gets long and uncomfortable? My advice, my beard will start dreadlocking. So if you're not prepared for that, make sure that you are combing it out. Yeah, beard oils, those are good. One thing I did hear about beard oils, you're supposed to put it on the skin, like your actual facial skin. One thing that I do is I don't wash my beard all the time with shampoo and stuff. I just let it kind of have whatever oils are in it. Gasoline, motor oil, anything that happens, any little critters that happen to make their way in there. And trust me, I have pulled them out of my beard. I just let it all live in there. It's like a little ecosystem. So that's my advice. Beginner stage, inch or longer. What's my advice? I would say to make it not uncomfortable, I don't know. I would say just don't worry about the in-between phase when you are just barely growing out your beard and it might look patchy and weird and stuff like that. I was just talking about that earlier today with somebody. They always say, oh, my beard is all patchy. I actually have a ton of patches underneath my beard that you can't even see. And after like a month of growing it out, you can't even tell. So I would say if you're going to grow out a beard, do not cut any part of it. Don't trim it. Do not try and style it. Do not like trim it up here. Just let the whole entire thing grow out like a nice big old bushy bush, like Edward Scissorhands style. Then bust out your scissor hands and start very carefully trimming it. I don't do anything to mine. I just let it go, and clearly this is kind of my style. Put my little dangly bits here. Everyone likes to refer to me as the pirate from what's it called? Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones or whatever. But yeah, I just let it go. Only time I groove my beard is when I'm actually like combing out other dreadlocks that I don't want to be in there because they it just tends to do that from riding a motorcycle. So got the fork tool squared away here. These pieces are fitting in there quite nice. 2.5 below chin. Oh man, Ace, you're already halfway there. Just let it keep going, man. That's the only key, is just don't touch it. Yeah, I know it's tempting to start messing with it, but don't. Just let it go. Just let it grow. Let it go. Used to have an 86 Honda V45. Is that the V45? Is that the Honda Magna? That's one of the bikes I wanted to. Oh, thanks, Ace. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you stopping by and talking to me about beard knowledge. I will impart any kind of beard wisdom that I can. And I have not cut my beard in 7 years, I think, at least. Let's see if this fork driver will work. Basically, put it on the fork, and it drives it. Oh, nice. I want to try a Magna out. That's one of the bikes that I've been looking for cheap. That V45 engine, the 4-cylinder V twin, seems pretty cool to me. 3 times a week at 6 wheelers short because of that height. Yeah, if that's your thing, Robin, more power to you, man. As long as you got some kind of facial hair going on, that's my thing. I have a theory. As you can see, I am jamming this thing on here. Hopefully it's driving it in there the correct way. I have a theory that facial hair is like an antenna. So, if you cut all your antennas off, guess what? You might miss out on some sort of emergency broadcast that's going on. I don't know. Seems like animals kind of know when like a tsunami's coming. So, guess what? If the tsunami comes, my little antenna here might sense it. Who knows? I live pretty far away from the ocean, so don't have to worry too much. Looks like this thing is in there. Looks like it's pretty much driven in there. I am not 100% positive how far it has to go down, but I think that it actually has to go down a little bit farther, because I think there's a ring goes on here. This is not a very comfortable thing to do. This is not a very fun thing to do. Smash your hand with this thing, this cast iron piece 20 times. Smash your hand down onto it. Not fun. Oh, hey, what's up, Robert? How you been, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Are you still out getting into trouble? Getting into trouble and having fun, like only Robert Reeves can do. I know I am. I'm getting into plenty of trouble with this motorcycle nonsense. Let's see if I can smack this thing on here a couple more times since it's 11 p.m. Daylight savings was pretty nice today, huh? I woke up today and I was like, wait a minute. Why do I feel so well rested? I was like, oh yeah, I saved all that daylight. Nice. Okay. Running into a little bit of a snag here, I think. The problem is, I feel like the fork driver is kind of smacking the inside diameter of the fork seal a little bit too much for some reason. It feels like it's not able to push down the outside diameter as much as it should or something. I'm not sure. Yeah. Strange. It fits right up against the fork tube like it should pretty much. But I am kind of weary about pushing on these fork seals in the middle like that. It seems like it's going to bust it or something. Oh well, I'll keep doing it and see what happens. Let's see if I just break something else. Water cooled shaft drive. IC worth 6 overdrive. Oh yeah. I did not think about them being... I thought there were some Magnas that were chain drive, but maybe I was wrong. I just thought the idea of a V4 engine was a really cool idea. But it was probably a nightmare to like work on or sync up the carbs or anything like that, I would guess. I don't know. Still like to try it. Seems like it'd have a good amount of power, a V4. Okay. This thing is feeling real good smashing the hand on here again. I put fork seals in other bikes that didn't seem to have this much trouble. Gosh diddly. Gosh diddly darn it. This thing just keeps like slipping off there so easy. Can't like really get any. This is like when I wish I would have just bought the Motion Pro one. Oh, valve slack. Ay. Yeah, I would not want to deal with any of the valves on a Magna. That sounds like trouble. Yeah, I kind of regret sometimes not just buying the like Motion Pro tool for fork seals, things like that. But then it's like, okay, you got to buy the Motion Pro 39mm tool, and then there's a separate Motion Pro 42mm tool. Like, that's kind of how I think it is. I don't think it's like you can buy one Motion Pro fork seal tool with every size, but I guess this is what happens when you do that. You have some universal nonsense that like hurts your hand the entire time you use it and barely works. Wow, that sounds pretty intense. 10,000 RPMs. I gotta try one. I've been looking for a cheap one. So if I find one for 500 or less and it's running, I will probably try and get it. Found a Honda Shadow 5 or 750 the other day. I almost bought it for 500 bucks. You have the title and everything. Okay, I think I have actually pushed it down far enough. It's all the way in there. And pro tip, in case you're going to take apart a motorcycle and you're not going to be working on it for a little bit and you're fantasizing about working on it and you're just like, I can't even resist the urge, I just have to do something to it. Well, make sure that you freaking leave some of the stuff intact, okay? Don't take it all apart. If you have 2 forks, just take apart one of them, okay? You can have your fun, go ahead, start picking the bike, but leave one of them intact so you can go back and not completely screw yourself. So the reason I'm saying that is because now I can look at this fork seal and see how far it's driven down and just double check and make sure it's good. And then I can go desperately search around for this little tiny clip that I probably lost. This little clip that holds this fork seal in there. I specifically remember having a real hard time getting it out and kind of bending it, mangling it. So I'm hoping it's around here somewhere. And I didn't just kick it across the garage like a little tiny football and punt it out into the yard unknowingly. And then it has since been smashed into the pavement 1,000 times. So, here's the fork seal, okay? This is my steady tool, my steady guide. And this is how I'm going to cheat on the test and figure out how to do this thing. Put it back together. Got my springs. Right. Right. Got that right there. And I'm hoping I did. Yes. Yeah. I got the clip. I got all the clips. Check out my clips. Like this one right here. Look at that. It's ready to go. And yes, it is mangled and disheveled and looks like it just wants to be put down and out of its misery. But I won't put it down out of its misery. It will return to its normal workstation and complete the task of living on this motorcycle until it is inevitably crashed by someone like me. So let me take out this fork seal. Wand. You got a wand or a PA? A wand? Are you talking about a magic wand? Like this? Oh, what's up, Adam? How have you been, dude? Special price these times. Buy what works for the time. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've done a couple of these things where I'm like, oh, I'll just get the cheaper tool and it'll probably work. And sometimes it does work out. Sometimes the Harbor Freight grinder, the $10 Harbor Freight grinder, it does survive. I've had 3 of them now for, I don't know, at least 5 or 6 years, and they've been fine. I'm probably gonna chip this thing all the crap whenever I do this. Trying to dig this little fork seal out of here, and it's probably the original one, I would guess. These forks are not the greatest, from what I understand. Like, they're pretty much gonna be really soft unless you put like a fork cartridge in there. Bungee cord, that's a good idea. Maybe I will try that on the next one, and I will put, I have some like industrial, some huge zip ties that I will try and, oh, thanks for whoever's throwing those hearts at me. Pick tool works good for round wire clips. Let's try the pick tool. I had this pick tool. Let me grab the other one. Yeah, I have some industrial strength zip ties that I will try and use and see if that will hold it closed while I try and drive the fork seal in there. Let's try out the brand new Harbor Freight hook pick. The problem is that I'm having with this little clip is that it's kind of like embedded into the actual wall of the fork lower. I think just because it's been there for so long and it's probably been like shoved around so many times. That's my guess. I don't really know. And I'm trying not to put too much pressure on the actual fork lower. Let me see if I can figure out a stable spot where I can work on this and you guys can see what I'm doing. I'll do it. I'll do a little zoom in sesh. Zoom in close. Alright, well, you can see a little bit closer on what I'm doing. Not quite exactly, but let me actually grab a bigger flathead and try and just muscle it out and convince it to come out on its own. Come out with your freaking clips up. We don't want to hurt you. We just want to freaking get the clip off. Alright. This might be a time to modify a flathead screwdriver so it just has a little bit of a turn on it, and it would pop right out. I think I almost got this one. This other side. I don't care about damaging the old fork seal, obviously, but I don't want to damage this clip too much. I want to distort it. Come on! Almost got it! Oh man, this fork lower is getting damaged. It's okay. It'll be okay. Don't worry. Don't. It's fine. 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 It's like my kid just fell down on the ground. I'm trying not to get him to look at it. Don't look at that. Okay, don't look at it. No, this thing is definitely all bent up. Design this thing, man. Fucking puzzle master. Gosh darn diddly. I'm gonna end up like stabbing myself real hard with this. I can already feel it. Feel my hands starting to be inflamed. There's gotta be an easier way. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on. I haven't checked on the camera. Why is this so difficult? Where's the old one at? What in the world? Why did they make it like this? They made it so that it's like impossible to get out without bending it. Ah, okay, got it. Nice. I'm sure someone commented like, hey, you're doing it wrong, just squeeze it together. And I'm just like over here breaking it again. That's like kind of the thing to do around here, break the thing. I feel like if I pulled on it, it would pull right out. I don't want to continue bending it all up. I might have to. Chewing up this fork lower. It's okay. And bending up this little clip. That's perfect. Man, it is so far in there. You grab a little pliers and try and pull on it a little bit. Give it a little pull. Where are my pliers? Okay, I guess I'll just grab the vice grips. How about that? Can't argue with the vice grips. These things don't argue. They just take what they want and they're like, no, you're going to be gripped hard. I don't care how much it hurts. You're going to be gripped as hard as I need you to be gripped. You're not going anywhere. Okay, now I for sure bent it, 100% bent it. There's no doubt in my mind I bent that part. Wiggle it out a little bit more. I'm trying to keep the tools from having to pry up against the fork lower, but there's like zero way to get this thing out without touching it. I guess I could be using a rag, but that would make too much sense. And for some reason, I don't know, this little clip thing, it almost doesn't seem possible to get it out without bending it. It's like, I've done this before on a couple other bikes, and it's never been this hard. My Roadstar just like pop right out. Right here now. It's really good. So good. The guy that put these fork seals on 35 years ago at the Kawasaki factory was probably laughing, telling his friend about it. Like, dude, you won't believe how hard I put these fork seals on there. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, you know the little clip thing on the top of the fork seal? He's like, yeah, the thing you put in all day? He's like, yeah, dude. I was really irritated, and I just talked to John, and he said that we weren't going to get the raises this year. And I said, you know what? I was putting in a fork seal clip, and I just shoved that thing in there as hard as I possibly could. Whoever the next sucker is that's going to have to take his fork seal clip out, there's no way he's getting that thing out without bending it all up. And then his coworker that he was telling it to just started laughing. He's like, I can't wait to see this guy's face. He tries to take that fork seal off. Probably going to be 35 years before someone tries to take this fork seal off. By then, it'll be impossible. And they were right. Can you imagine if that happened? I did. Well, I just told you the whole story. It's okay. Everybody has their bad days at the factory. Even the Kawasaki factory. Alright, now I'm at the point where I'm ready to start breaking stuff. Now it's starting to get me angry. Now I'm getting mad. My goodness. Golly gracious. This is a recipe for stabbing myself in the hand if I have ever cooked one up. All it's missing is a little grunting and groaning, and then I'm sure it will happen. You know what? I feel like I should just smack it with a hammer at this point. It's kind of come down to that point, I think. I will start smacking things with a hammer. This is my hammer smacking playlist. In case anyone was curious. Also, this is my Stanley screwdriver snapping playlist from 2010. I've had this playlist compiled since 2010, ready for this moment where I snap this Stanley freaking screwdriver. Where I snap one of my favorite screwdrivers and break it. Vice. I don't know how I'd put it in the vise. Yep, the hammer, it's about to be hammer time. I'm going to give it a couple more tries and see if I can convince it to maneuver its way out, and then I'm going to get the hammer out. It's pretty close. Show you. So one side is out. It's this side that is giving me problems. And if I try and put the pick under it, the pick will not move. It's like really embedded in the little relief that's cut out around the outside of the fork lower. I think it's actually like probably like semi-seized on there from I would guess like rust or something. But it's definitely not helping that I'm chewing up this fork lower so badly. Oh, okay. Well, maybe my modified screwdriver would have worked the whole time. I have a screwdriver that I bent up one time. I think it was to do something similar to this. Use it like a big old pick instead of a screwdriver. And it seems to be working. Oh, I got it! Got it! And I only mangled it all super badly. I only completely mangled it up and ruined it. That's all. It's not like I needed to use it in like 10 minutes anyways. And now I'll desperately try and bend it back into shape. It's not like any of that is true. No, got it out. Just stuck on both sides. Oh yeah, I did not try that. Pushing down on it while prying. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe pushing down on the seal while picking at it probably would have been the easiest way. I just don't know if the fork seal could have gone down any farther. Right now it's just kind of a little bit stuck on the edge there, but 90% of it is out now, so it should be pretty easy. That's also what I said earlier, but when I got these in the mail and I said, oh, I can install these now, and I said, oh yeah, that'll be, I don't know, 20-30 minutes. What am I going to do for the rest of the YouTube live? I mean, these things are going to be just pop in, pop out, like easy peasy. I don't even think it'll be worth showing anyone. But clearly, I was wrong again. That's okay. It's fun being wrong sometimes. At least that's what I'll say right now. Until I break this, and then I'm like, I was wrong about that whole thing. It's not fun at all. Yeah, I know. It would have been a lot easier if I would have just put this thing in a vise instead of letting it like spin around and break dance on the floor while I'm trying to work on it. But I don't know. Why not do it the extremely hard way and never learn the lesson? Alright. right, here it comes. And by here it comes, I meant the fart. There it went. Whoa! We got 4 clips. Clips on the fork clips. If you guys want to watch a good clip after this, it'll be on my live section on the shorts, and it'll be called Clips on the Fork Clips. Alright, got it. And look, it pretty much looks identical to the one that I took off carefully. Water hose pliers. These? Oh, spark plug boot puller. Which tool? Alright, well, now I just have to figure out how to make this thing go back to its original shape, which is not going to be easy. And then again, I don't even know if this is the original shape that this one was in, because this one was all messed up too. Semi messed up. Nice. Well, isn't that sweet? Isn't that just peachy? Right when I get the right fork seals, I go and break something again. By the time I get done with this project, this EX500 will have 99% of the parts brand new on it. It will be a fully restored EX500, so that's nice. I plan on actually taking all the fairings off and making it into a Mad Max looking bike. So that'll be fun. Alright. New fork seal. Had to make sure this was the new one, not the one I just pulled off. I'm going to put the old clip on there, the one I just mangled to pieces. I'm going to attempt to put it on there so that in the event that I can manage to do it, and it does work, I can just use the nice one and I don't have to fight with it, and I'll do the hard part now. That's totally not me. I prefer to do the easy part now and then save the hard part for later, Josh, and then he will usually get pretty pissed off about that stuff, but I will try and do the hard part now for him. He will probably thank me later. If I can do it, that is. If I can't and I give up, then he will loathe me yet again. He always does. I can just shove it in there. Just shove it in there and make it work. He's so technical about everything. I wonder if I should, maybe try and make it look a little bit more like it. Oh gosh, oh my goodness, what have I done? This is so awful. And I highly doubt any store nearby would have any sort of clip that's like this. And they probably wouldn't be open right now. It's 11 freaking skin o'clock. I'm guessing it's 11:39. Let me go check. I have to know now. 11:42. Wow, my internal clock is going off by 3 minutes. It's pretty good. And considering that my internal clock is accommodated for daylight savings, I mean, come on. What more could you ask for when it comes to someone being able to tell what time it is without looking at the clock right away and looking at it right away to see if they were right or not? What more could you ask for? I couldn't ask for any more. Okay, I'm doing my best. I'm trying my hardest. If you think I wasn't trying, then you're sadly mistaken, because I am trying very hard to make this work. And I'm getting closer you can see the little horns. The wider ones, little antlers in the back, that's the shape that it should be. So I'm just trying to mirror it and replicate it and inspect it and admire it and cherish it and show it exactly what kind of bending it needs to do so it can be a nice little spring clip again. I think it's made out of spring steel. Maybe not. Little fork clip to hold the fork seal in. It's a very delicate process. Only someone with a surgeon's steady hand can do this, and that's why I am attempting to do it. So I can show you how not to do it. This is all my fault, technically, as it usually is, but let's not focus on that. Let's focus on trying to fix the bike. Okay, we'll figure out whose fault it is later. We'll talk about that later on. After it's all said and done, and everything is savory. With the motor pickles. Well, I think it's pretty close. I think it's kind of like close enough. I don't know. It doesn't look very good to me, but you know, who's judging here anyways? Me? I'm not the best judge. Maybe I say it doesn't look good and it actually looks perfect. I don't know. I can't tell which one's the real one anymore. Let's try this one. Yeah. Looks decent. Let's try it. The Terminator's out there. What? Where? Okay. I hope it stops at some point. Is there a battery life on the Terminator? What's going on? Is it got infinite battery now? Or can it just charge? It probably knows where the charging stations are, I bet. What if they did that? What if they released all the robots and they were like, alright, this is it. We're going to actually take over this time, guys. You guys are screwed. We're going to take over the robots. But they didn't set up the charging stations and they forgot. And they were like, yeah, the T1000 units, yeah, they're taking over, right? Yeah, sir, we forgot to put enough charging stations out. And looks like they're all pretty much at about 30% battery life. They're going to start dying pretty soon. What if they forgot to put out the charging station? Did they even go over the charging station infrastructure in Terminator movies? Did they even divulge into that at all, or did they just think no one was going to care? I care. They didn't even say how that was being handled, but whatever, it's not my franchise. Not my movie. Alright, well, you know what? I think that the most logical thing is to get the hammer out and start smacking it with a hammer. Alright, so let me show you what's going on. The clip is a little bit too tall. Okay, it's not quite the right shape. And guess what? I'm not gonna go buy another clip right now, okay? It's 11:47, I think. Let me check. Let's see. Let's see how good I am, Edgar Allen. Oh, it is 11:47. I'm so damn good at that. Is there a Price is Right, but the time is right? Is there such a thing? The time is right. Okay, came over here for a hammer. Later on. We'll see. What do you guys think? bike knowledge. Probably a good thing, right? I literally did that just so you guys could see me throw that on the ground. That's all. That's the whole purpose of me moving the camera around like that. And I also got the hammer. So guess what time it is? Guess right, it's freaking hammer time. It's time to bring down the hammer of justice on these fork seals and show it exactly why it should have just installed itself like a good little fork seal and not argued with me again. You know what? Sometimes you have to convince parts a little bit, you know? You have to convince them to just do what they should do. What? Ooh, I like this. I like this noise coming into my ear holes. What do you guys think? You guys have ear holes? I do. So does she. And they're dirty. Trust me, I've looked. You do not want to look in there. Spark plug change on car. What kind of car? Spark plug change? Easy peasy. If I had a car to do a spark plug change on right now, I would. I actually do need to do a spark plug change on the CB750, so your wish is my command, Lyle Sloth. I'm going to be doing a spark plug change real soon. Not tonight. It's 11:49. Can't do it right now. Oh, thanks, Bendy a lot. Bendy Ho 419. Use the seal tool to try and seat it. Yeah, that's a good idea. The only thing is I don't want to damage that seal tool with this clip in the event that it does like smash into it, since this is metal and it's plastic. But I'm going to try and just smack this with a hammer real quick. Maybe I should use something a little more narrow. I think this should be okay. If I can get a good solid smack on it, then I should be alright. Use an old seal in between. Oh, nice. That's a good idea. Smart idea. Thanks for the idea. The deal for real. The deal for real. You are the deal for real for that suggestion. A good suggestion. Maybe try and use this old fork wiper. Actually, I'll try and use this one because this one I think is kind of chewed up more. An idea, the deal for real. You are, in fact, the real deal for real deal. Let's see. See if we can get a little smacky smack going on here. A little smack talk to the fork seals and convince them to give us the goods. Try and use this other size in the event that it does get a little damaged, so that I won't have to worry about it for now until I have to use them later. Let's see. Yeah, pretty easy if I just assemble it on there. Let me give it a couple smacks, and then if I have to continue giving it smacks, then I will well, that convinced it. Well, that kind of worked. It's on there, but that's not the right fork wiper. Let's see what it looks like underneath. Give it a little peeky peek. I'm wondering if just the fork wiper pushed it down. Yeah, it did. Well, if that is the case, let me just go ahead and yeah. Well, you know what? I think what I'll do is I think I'll just throw this old fork wiper on there. And save the brand new fork wiper. And my thought is, if this thing pops off and the seal does pop off, then I will go ahead and order those clips. I'd probably just order the clips anyways. I'll probably just order them tonight, and it won't be that hard to actually replace it. Actually, if these are installed on the bike, in theory, I should just be able to pull up this fork wiper, take the old clip out, and throw the new clip on there without actually taking it off the bike, and just install it. And it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I don't see why not. And this fork wiper actually isn't in terrible condition. It's not. I thought it was cracked. Maybe it is a little bit cracked. It is a tiny bit cracked. I would just hate to damage the brand new fork wiper, but I don't think it'll really damage it. Let me see if this damaged this one. See if it looks like it did anything to it. It could possibly damage it a little bit. I'll try it. I'll live with it. If I gotta take off one fork blade, it's not that big of a deal. I'll throw the old fork wiper on there in the event that it does get damaged. And then when I get the new fork clip in, I'll just throw it on there. It won't be that big of a deal. And I'll throw the new fork wiper on there. And also I will lay out a little bit of gas, if you guys don't mind. Trust me, I'm the one that has to deal with it. It smells. It's about, I'd say 2 out of 10 as far as the stank level. Not too bad. Nothing to write home about. I wouldn't brag about it to anybody, what I'm trying to say. Alright. Well, looks pretty darn close to me, right? Looks good. I believe I already tightened this up, but I will wait till the cap is on there anyways to try and tighten it a little more. And I think this fork leg is all squared away and done. So the fork seal essentially placed. Now, you will see pretty much from beginning to finish on this one, with a few exceptions. So far, I have taken out this inner piece. I'm not sure exactly if this is the dampener or what, but I've taken this part out of this fork leg, which is normally bolted through onto the actual fork lower. I'm going to, now that I've taken out the clip right here, I'm going to make a jerking motion like this and jerk out the fork seal. This is literally the way you must do it. So, sorry. Let's do it. Jerk it. And jerk. Oh, valve ram. Thank you for the info, the real for deal. The deal for real, the deal for real. That is a valve slash ram. Something that I keep hearing about the deal is fork cartridges. I'm not sure, where do those go? Do those go on this piece? Or do those go on the top of the fork? I'm not sure. I keep hearing that those are beneficial for the forks, but I never actually have used any. Fork cartridges, that is. This is the old fork seal. That's what it looks like, and that's probably why it's leaking all over the dang darn place. The dang darn place. And, uh-oh. I don't know if this is supposed to move. I remember this moving on the last one. So, got your fork seal. I'm gonna do a little slip and slide right out there. It's gonna slide out super smooth. Okay, but it just looks smooth. It's not so smooth when you get to know it. It's actually quite not smooth. And then also got the little washer here, wishy-washy. Call him Washer Johnson there. You know what I'm really excited about? I'm taking my daughter to school tomorrow, and you know what we do every time I go take her to school? I go get some donuts, and I always get a maple bar with some bacon on it. So, in case you guys are wondering what I was thinking about right now, I'm thinking about getting that donut. I can't wait. I can't wait to go eat me some donuts. I'll probably get the maple donut, and they have a tahini orange donut also, and it's freaking delicious. Oh, nice. Not a motorcycle guy fix. What kind of stuff do you fix? I'm interested. I like fixing pretty much anything. I was fixing a toy yesterday, panda toy. I'm all for fixing pretty much anything. I just like the thrill of the fix. Check it out. It's pretty grimy and grody in there. If your name's Jody, I'm sorry, but it's a grody Jody inside this fork blower of the EX500. It's a grimy tiny. Alright, so we're getting it clean. We're getting it all spick and span, and it is looking clean. Looks like a brand new EX500 fork seal, or lower fork lower. Nice. Okay. Thanks for everybody that is liking the video. 40 likes is a lot for my videos, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. Alright, just going to clean this out a little bit, and then you guys can see how much I mangled this fork lower. I'll show you all the in-depth stuff that I run. I won't hide it. That's the fun part, right? Seeing the way I messed it all up, and then wondering how it's still riding around. Oh, I see. Okay. So maybe someone painted these fork lowers at some point, because there's black spray paint inside of the fork lower.
What if I can never seem to find my wallet anywhere?
Or maybe it was the same guy that put that clip in there. And he said, "You're not going to believe this." And he started telling his buddy about how he painted the fork lower. Oh yeah, I need this part. This nasty part. Look at this thing. It's been sitting in a pile of old mice poop for the last 5 years. And that's okay. It's okay, mice poop. You're going to live on this rag for now. Courtney here has been a big help. She has been monitoring me closely and whispering things into my ear about all the stuff that I've been messing up and forgetting to do on the projects. Ooh, this thing looks bad. That's everything besides motorcycles. Yeah, man, you got to get back to the projects, man. You know what? I really look forward to working on projects. I know you guys probably do too if you're watching this. You guys are probably some project type of people. And you know what? I don't really care as long as I'm keeping myself busy. That's what I like to do. I'm a little busy bee. I just like to keep doing stuff. Today was the first day that I have slept in past, I think, 6 a.m. and I don't know how long. And it was purely by accident. And I was kind of agitated by it. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm losing time. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta get a little extra sleep. Got the washer all cleaned off. And it's looking super fresh. Let me clean off all this dust from this thing. This thing has been sitting on my... It's been sitting right here. Hold on. How's that? It's been sitting right here on this thing with the CV750 master cylinder, this little puller thing, and a free play radio. Okay, sitting in a pile of oil. But that's a cool little radio. It's that's one of the things that I fixed. It is a crank powered radio or a solar powered radio, and there's a little rubber belt in there that I had to replace. I got it for $5. It's like a $50 radio. But I mainly got it because I thought in the event there's some emergency and everything goes down, I could at least, I don't know, crank up the radio and listen to static for a little bit.
I'm sure all the radio stations will not be working, except maybe 91X. For some reason, I think that there was some sort of Mad Max scenario. 91X would probably still survive somehow. It would just continue playing like Stone Temple Pilots and old Blink-182 songs for the next 72 years somehow. No one knows how. And the aliens are like, what is this thing, 91X? In case you guys aren't from San Diego, that's a radio station. That plays the Mexican national anthem every day at 6 a.m. and it will startle you awake. If you're from San Diego and you accidentally fall asleep with your radio on and 91X is on in the morning and it starts blasting the national anthem from Mexico, and it is somewhat startling. Alright, I'm going to stuff a rag down into the fork tube. Not the fork tube, the fork lower. Stuff a rag down there and try and clean it out a little bit. And see what little goodies and boogers I can pull out of there, huh? Stop acting like you don't freaking take the boogers out of your fork tubes. That's what everybody does. Everyone just acts like they don't do it. They just wait till they get home and then they grab their fork tube and they take the boogers out of it. You seriously think you're fooling anyone? Everyone knows, alright? I think there's just some special case scenario where you don't freaking pick your boogers out of your fork tubes. Everyone knows what you do in privacy. Your own home. What am I making? Nonya, I am making a big old mess out here in the garage and I am cleaning out these fork tubes. And I am replacing the fork seals on them with a all balls fork seal kit, and it is going on my 1990 Kawasaki Ninja. It's not this color, but it does look this sick, at least minimum, bare minimum. It looks that cool. I would say since I have put my grimy hands on it, it looks a little bit cooler, but that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me, Nonya. It's okay if you don't agree, Nonya, but I wish you would. So yeah, I am just out here with Courtney and Big Sam over here and little Gizmo. Oh shoot, just knocked something over. I don't know what it was. Yeah, I'm just out here with the boys and Courtney, of course, and we are just getting some things done and making a racket. So I'm gonna guess it's, my internal clock is saying 11:58 p.m. Pacific Standard something. It's 12:06. My internal clock is glitching out. It's daylight savings. I'll blame it on that. Okay. So, got the fork tube, fork lower. And I got this seal right here, right? This is an all balls racing D3154T70 fork seal. In case you guys are taking notes, there will be a small exam at the end of the live stream, and the winner of the exam will get a really good prize, and that prize will be revealed later. Yes, I am building a robot, but she's not fully functional yet. For now, I just have the head and neck and upper torso area worked out, but people keep saying that this thing is, Courtney is winking at them. So, the bike after, yes, that is, I believe, the Top Gun bike or something close to it. Yeah, it is a motorcycle. I like to refer to it as a motor pickle sometimes, but yes, motorcycle. And yes, I believe it was something, I think it was the Top Gun bike. This is a EX500, and it is also known as the Kawasaki Ninja. I believe after 1990 it was called a Kawasaki Ninja. Up until 1990, I believe 87 to 90, it is known as the EX500, which is way dorkier name. Think about the name, Kawasaki Ninja. It's implying that a ninja's riding the motorcycle, or that somehow the ninja was like affiliated in designing the motorcycle or something.
Oh, is my mic cut out? Perfect. Let's see.
Hold on, let me get to see. I think I knocked this real quick. Hold on.
Hold up. Okay, is the audio way better now? Was I talking with the mic off the entire time? I'm guessing I was, because this thing was like blinking. And I'm not sure if you guys could have heard the music. I'm sure that if you did not hear the music, then my video would have been not copyright stricken. Basically, every single one of these live videos that I do is copywritten. So, because I have the music playing. Yes, I am playing new retro wave. Nice. Who is this saying this? You know exactly what I'm listening to. Just the music is louder. It was fine before. Okay. Noted. Let me turn down the music a little bit. Yes, every one of these live things I do is basically has a copyright thing on it because I have the new retro wave playing in the background. But this is a great excuse for me to work on the bikes. And someday maybe I won't have any copyright music on my videos. For now I will. Because I want to. Alright. So, this looks different for some reason. Probably just ignore that. Ignore that for now until I figure out why it's not working. All right, so I've got the fork tube right here. It is semi-clean. Don't look in there too closely because you will see some nasty stuff that I can't get out of there. I'm going to put this valve. Thank you. The deal for real. Put this valve in there.
When I took a shower,
Like
I don't know if it was the hot water or whatever.
Throw it in.
This is really
Bada
weird. I've never
bing.
experienced
Get up.
But
Skip the
eventually
YouTube
it started
ad.
getting worse. It
Bada
was
boom.
kinda
What is
scary.
this?
So when I went to my regular
All right. So this is on the nice. Thank you. I do not know how to pronounce your name. I'm not sure what language that is. Is that Russian? I'm not sure. I wish I knew how to say your name. I would say thank you, but I will say thank you regardless. Thank you for the props on the music select. This is one of my favorite type of music to be listening to right now. New retro wave or any kind of retro Street Fighter music, anything like that. Okay, now on to the funnest part of the video, the part where I'm looking for the bolt that I lost, and it is gone forever. Oh wait, no, this is the only bolt, except I don't have the washer for it. Uh-oh. Do a little cleaning on this. Nice. In case you guys are ever replacing the fork seals, there's a little tiny copper washer in there. Russian? Yes. Oh. Spasibo. Spasibo. Privet. Privet. Hopefully I said that right. Hopefully I wasn't just butchering it, but you know what? I tried. If that is Russian, I will try and remember privet. It's the only Russian word that I know. And guess what? I'm not rushing this project, but I'm not trying to take all night doing it either. Hey, you know what? I'm a dad. I gotta sneak in a dad joke every once in a while. I'm sorry. I am a dad. I'm obliged to say dad jokes anytime they are available. You know, I don't need to pick out this washer. I can leave it in there and just clean this out. Clean it out a bit. Give it a little spin cycle. A little spin on the old screwdriver express. So, stream up briefly. It looks interesting. So, Job, right now I am working on the EX500, the Kawasaki Ninja fork tubes. I'm replacing the fork seals, and that's what I'm working on tonight. The other nights that I have been live recently, I have been working on a CB750, a pit bike, a BMW K1100. Look at this. This is some custom work here, folks. And also worked on, what was it? Kawasaki Vulcan. I don't know if I said that. But yeah, I have 8 motorcycles that I'm working on right now. So this is one of the 8. And once I get these fork tubes put on here, the bike will be rideable. I probably will not ride it live tonight. But if you tune in, I do have this entire week off. So I will be doing lots of live stuff. And I will be riding some motorcycles live. I am trying to set up my Insta360 currently so that I can stream it live and have it not be just from my cell phone and look like complete garbage, because that's what I tried a few times and it doesn't look too great. So yeah, that's the plan. Right now I'm using the springs for the forks to press this rag all the way down into the bottom and hopefully kind of clean it out a little bit, because it's pretty grimy in there. But yeah, I am joined here by my co-host, Courtney Love, and she is kind of a troublemaker sometimes, but she's just mainly here to monitor and reply to any comments that people, just kind of like the moderator, I guess. Okay, it looks cleanish. Again, don't look too closely. But you can kind of see all the damage that I did to the fork lower.
So you think you know Wix? Do you really?
Yeah, she is a looker. She's
First up, we've got
definitely up to no good most of the time.
Create completely different vibes and aesthetics.
All right, so
create your own graphic. I use the shape.
that is all squared away. Let me just
SVG file.
skip this. And now I'm going to start reassembling it, I believe, unless I forgot something, which I'm sure I did. So again, this is the fork tube, pretty much standard on a lot of different motorcycles, the way this works, I think. This is the fork seal. This is the damper valve. A couple years ago, I sold it 78 Yamaha 950. I have a 79 CV7 or 79 Yamaha XS650, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what model the 950 would be. Maybe a Yamaha XJ. I'm not positive. Did you ever ride it? The deal? Did you ever ride that Yamaha? All right, guys, got this lower piece on here. This bolts on through this hole. So this piece, this upper fork tube goes in here, then it goes all the way down here, and then the bolt goes through the bottom right there into this bottom piece, and that connects the valve, right? Connects the valve, which is held on by that little spring mechanism that you saw me put in here. So I'm going to insert this into the fork lower. And I'm going to attempt to get the seal lined up. Just like that. And to make sure this thing doesn't just come falling out, I'm going to put this bolt through here. Through the bottom. Because it was like his first buddy. Oh, nice. That's always cool. If it was it the original owner of the bike, or was it just the same type of bike that he had? If it was the original owner, that'd be crazy. All right. So the bolt is going up through this hole right here, and it's going straight through there, making its way downtown, walking fast. You know the rest of the words. I don't. Faces pass and I'm homebound? Is that how it goes? And the piano. All right, doing a little spin class work here. Oh, same type. Oh, nice. Yeah, I can't resist the urge to get something. That is one of my favorite things, is getting a motorcycle fix, but I just love the feeling of fixing almost anything. I almost thought about opening a repair shop for a long time, but I don't know. Maybe appliance repair would be fun. I'm gonna ruin motorcycles and work on them for a living. Might ruin it. I don't know. When I worked at a lube shop and I was working on cars all day, I was like, oh my gosh, I never want to work on my own car now. It sucks. Okay, let's see if I can pull this a little bit. Get a little tension on it. No? Okay, it'll have to wait. Oh wait, there it goes. All right. So now the upper and lower fork are connected. And they will never come apart ever again. As long until death do they part. They are never gonna split up ever again. And don't think that some end of season drama is gonna pop up and then they're gonna get separated, because they won't. I'm going to try out the advice given to me, and I'm gonna give it a whirl. Let's grab some industrial strength zip ties. I'm not tying anyone up. I'm just tying up my fork seal driver tool, okay? Not for any humans. Not today. Not ever. Don't zip tie anyone. Because you know what? It's a waste of a good zip tie. Are you not? Okay, do not zip tie anyone unless they want you to. Okay? And if they want you to, use one of these. It's an industrial size zip tie for Harbor Freight. Okay? This isn't your grandpa's zip tie. Alright? Your grandpa's zip tie probably looks something like this. Okay? Little baby, tiny baby infant zip tie. Okay? It's never encountered such a giant zip tie as this. Alright, this isn't your grandmother's kitchen zip tie that she let you borrow for a school project where you're making beans turn into something, okay? This isn't some fantasy land we're living in here. This is Fang's garage. So it's a fever dream of brake cleaner and fork seal drivers. Actually, let me get you in close. Let me get you in super close so you can see what happens. I don't want you to miss out. Thanks, Job. Yes, I tried to mix it up in the garage. I've got a little bit of everything and probably a little too much of everything. But yeah, try and keep it interesting. It's kind of funny. This is what my garage looked like as forever since I moved in here. And this is what my living space has looked like forever. And I just was like, I'm not going to show anybody. And now I'm like, I'll just show everybody every intimate detail. That's fine. It's fun. Right? You having fun? I am. Let's see. Let's do it for scientific purposes only. Do not attempt. I am a trained professional when it comes to zip ties. So I'm serious. Do not attempt this at home. Unless you're working on an EX500 and you're replacing the fork seals, in which case, maybe you want to try it. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. Grab a giant industrial size, not your grandpa's zip tie. Zip tie it to the fork seal driver, like so. And let's see. This I don't see why this wouldn't work. This was a good idea. And look, I can even do auxiliary style. I don't even need to be there. It's like it's not even your own hand moving the fork seal driver, right? Oh, nice. Life-size speed racer? That's pretty sick. It's a cardboard one? This is working. For teaching Courtney who's lost. All right, I'm gonna give it a couple more smacks and then that's it. Nice. Seems to work. All right, no more. It is already past midnight, and now I'm starting to feel like a horrible neighbor. So I will cut out the racket and I will keep it to a whisper. This has now developed into an ASMR motorcycle channel. So I hope you guys enjoy and you guys relax as you listen to new retro wave and me and this soothing motorcycle clip. I'm installing it currently and it is giving me a hard time. Don't worry. I'm going to soothe it into its position on the fork lower. Listen as I serenade the fork clip into its proper place. This is the sound of my thumb being mangled by the fork clip. Really hurts my thumb. That's okay. Why is this thing giving me such a hard time? That makes no sense. Alright. I think I keep it at a mild talking level without disturbing the piece anymore. I won't be doing any more loud noises, I don't think, unless I'm doing a victory cheer. That's okay. They know I got the week off. This clip seems like it's completely broken too. Like this seems like it's completely mangled. This does not seem right, okay? I feel like I'm doing this completely wrong. What's up, Transistor Radio? How you doing? I've been waiting for you. I was wondering if you were going to show up. If you guys haven't checked out Transistor Radio, go check them out.
How about a banana?
It's a great channel.
Is now on artlist.io.
And they
so you can
definitely
you want into a banana,
like
course.
bananas and
flawless consistency,
all sorts of healthy
you can
foods.
generate only the banana you love most.
So if you need any help with that, check them out.
Everything is much more impressive when it's a banana. Whatever this is, and this was quite impressive.
Okay, this is getting to be a little bit
into a banana
ridiculous. I don't see how this thing could have possibly.
So go to artlist.io and start
unless I put it in
creating
upside down. Maybe I put the other one in upside down as well. I'll try it. It's worth a shot. I don't think I did, but it's worth a shot. Maybe I did. Maybe it was worth a shot. Maybe that's why the other one gave me such a hard time, because it was upside down. I simply forced it to do something that it wasn't designed to do. That seems like the most plausible thing that could have happened. Is that I was doing something wrong again. I guess I should probably move so you guys can see what I'm doing, huh? You're just like watching my elbow writhe around and looking at Courtney, trying to motion to me that no one can see what I'm doing. Not paying attention. Okay. What do you guys think? Tattoo idea? Anyone have any ideas? Thinking about giving myself a tattoo. And I don't know. Feeling a little frisky the other day, and I thought, you know what, I'll give myself a tattoo. Why not? Okay, maybe I did have it on the right way. I don't see how this could be the right way. Continue trying it and probably break something. Okay. Well. Oh, maybe that's how you do it. Okay. Nope. It's always this little type of thing where you're like, oh yeah, you just like pop it out and then pop the new one back in. And then you're like, why is this taking 2 hours to put this stupid clip in here? What is going on? Like, it could literally only go in one way, I felt like. I was like, it's only going one way. And maybe I was stupid when I took this thing off. Again. Yeah, I don't know if that goes on like that, but... Maybe it freaking does. Maybe this thing's gonna pop off and poke me right in the face. What is this music? I'm not sure if I like this music. Yeah, I remember this one. I kind of had to mangle it a little bit too. I was taking it off because it was giving me a hard time as well. So. Could be that I will need new clips. For sure I will need them, but I mean, it could be that I won't be able to get either of them on there properly. Yeah, I don't think that's the right way. It doesn't really make any sense. I think it makes more sense going this way. Okay, well, I guess that's as good as it'll get. What style do I normally go with? Old school. Candy bar. Oh man, that sounds so good. I gotta go raid my child's Halloween candy and join you on the candy bar excursion. What style do I normally go for? If you're talking about motorcycles, I normally go for just like choppers. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just reading through you guys' comments real quick. Bang it with the tool. Bananas keep the cramps away. I will keep that in mind. Water. Okay. Outline a minotaur bull's head on my hand with horns going on my... Oh, that sounds pretty sick. That sounds pretty dang cool. What style do I normally go for with tattoos? I don't really have... I usually go with like... I've done most of these tattoos on my arms. I normally go for like rat fink style stuff, weird stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds sick. Minotaur. Yeah, I don't really have any real preference on style as far as tattoos. I normally get like cartoonish type of stuff. I have done like a Calvin and Hobbes one on my leg. I've done like some Metallica tattoos, Bart Simpson. I don't know. I'm pretty much open for any idea. I like skulls, anything, cats, choppers, anything weird, funny. I don't really have any preference. I bought a tattoo kit and started tattooing myself a couple of years ago and haven't done it in a few years, but I thought that would be kind of cool to do live. And I don't really have any preference on tattoos. I mean, as far as like I don't have a set thing that I'm doing, like a set theme that I do all over myself. I just do whatever I feel like doing. I have a Dumb and Dumber tattoo on me. I have a Ninja Turtle tattoo. 90s tattoos, 2000s tattoos. I don't really care. I just like to draw and do a little bit of artwork. I have not drawn all my tattoos, obviously. Some of them are other people's art. All right, so where'd that other fork wiper go? There it is. I'm gonna do the same thing on this one. No, I have not heard of that. Oh yeah, that is a good one. I do not have an Iron Maiden tattoo. Uh-oh. Job. Is it Job? That's a good idea. Iron Maiden. Definitely need an Iron Maiden tattoo. I did a one tattoo from Pusshead on my leg with a really small needle when I first started, and it didn't heal the greatest, but it looks okay. Show you real quick. It's all covered in dirt and stuff, but yeah, did not heal up too great. It was like way too complex. I didn't realize. This is probably the most commented on tattoo that I have. The Bart Simpson butt face with the face for the butt. And I did this one on the back of my leg. Did that one, oops, cut out for a second. That one purposely, I have heard of the oblongs, but I don't think I've seen it. I did that Bart Simpson one there purposely so that when I pull up on my motorcycle, people would see it at a stoplight.
You can't go wrong with the Nintendo Switch 2.
And I don't know if people see it at a stoplight, but I like to imagine they do.
Start your gift list now at Target.
Got the fork seal on there.
A CRM shouldn't weigh your budget down.
And I'm going to throw it on here.
Lift your teams up.
And
a CRM shouldn't hide fees.
I'm going to go figure out what a CRM is real quick.
A CRM shouldn't slam you.
They really need to do something about a CRM because they always have this ad on here. I have no idea.
A CRM shouldn't leave you in the dark. It should deliver insights clear as day.
All right, just a couple more smacks and that's it. I promise. I'll be quiet. That's it. I'm done. Now to consult the manual. Got suspension and steering. That's what we need. It's page 24 if you're following along. Turn to page 24. Again, there will be an exam at the end of the live stream. The winner will get a prize. Just kidding. You aren't getting anything. But I do actually have some giveaways but no one has claimed. They're on some of my live stuff. And I said, hey, you know what? If you do this and it's very simple and free, then you will get this for free. Forks, I don't see it. It just says front wheel. What the heck? How about suspension? How about that? Maybe S? Suspension. No, what the heck? Where's the dang at? Come on, where does it say forks at? Okay, I thought I saw something there. Front suspension and steering. That's what we needed. Okay. I just need to see which way the springs go in. I'm not sure if they go in the tighter coil on the top. I would guess it would be on the bottom. What do you guys think? How do the springs go? Oh, doesn't say. Yeah, I would guess on the bottom. Yeah, it looks like the bottom. Okay, so might as well leave this page open. Got our springs here. These are fork springs that have been sitting out, being covered in dirt. Yeah, sorry. I realize there's a mirror image. Painting my bike myself. Most likely, yeah. Painting it. I'll show you real quick. I painted one bike with metal flake and these types of things. These Adroth metal flake containers. And I painted one bike pretty well. But ultimately, the paint job got ruined on it. But this is what I've been doing on my bikes for a while. Just painting them with like basic, like Walmart paint, and just painting basically all over it as much as I can. And legitimately painting it with a paint gun and stuff. I haven't done that for a couple of years because I don't really have an area to do that over here where I live now. There's too much, like, I live in essentially a dirt lot, so I can't really paint over here the way I'd like to. But maybe someday. Yes, there is lots of snot coming out of my nose. Metallic snot. 50 Copex. We also intend $1 billion to sell the Sun in perfect condition without a scratch. Are you sure the Sun's in perfect condition? I don't know about that. I mean, it's been around for quite a while, the Sun. So I would say perfect condition. That's probably a stretch. If you sold it on eBay, it may be returned, sold not as described. The Sun, that is. Yeah, I do need a painting booth. I need to get one of those inflatable painting booths. Vape King. Oh, thank you, M1. I tried my best. That is with the Apple Barrel $1 paint from Walmart. That's what I usually use. What kind of vape do you use, Vape King? Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm supposed to put the fluid in first. Let me check the fluids. I know it's in the beginning. It's table. Chapter 3. Oh, here it is. I actually opened it up to the exact page that I needed. Nice. Okay, that was usually... I usually have to use the force to do something like that, but I guess not. Table 6. Okay. Table 6. Where the heck is table 6? Where does it say table? Table 3, 4, 5, 6. Front oil capacity. All models. Forks 5.1 inch. Rod 5.1 inch. Okay, let me make some notations, some quotations, some flotations, and then I will mess something up again.
Let's see what we can do. Wow, 54 likes. Thanks, guys. Usually get like not that much. Thank you for being so nice. Fang's Garage. You guys are sweet audience. You guys are a bunch of little sweethearts. And now I have a syringe. Let's see what I'm going to do with it. Besides stick it into Edgar Allan Poe's nose and extract some boogies. Okay, he's good. Clear. All right. Camera change. I promise I'm trying to get a legit setup where I can just press a button and the camera changes. But you know what? I kind of like moving the camera around like this gorilla style. Hey, to be honest with you, like to be quite frank, I kind of like moving the camera around like this. Kind of fun. You quit recently? Good for you, man. I am stuck smoking nicotine, and it has got its grasp on me so tight I cannot escape. I've been stuck smoking nicotine for 20 years now. And not that I necessarily want to quit, but it's better than smoking 2 packs a day, I think. That's what I was smoking, and that is not good. That is not healthy. I don't think that's healthy, especially if you have one of these in your house. If you guys have one of these, get on the snooze. Oh, I don't know, man. Right now, I'm smoking unflavored nicotine. This is just straight nicotine, no flavoring, nothing. And just talking about it is making me want some more. But yeah, I'd like to quit at some point, someday. The only thing I don't like is just the idea of something having such a hard grasp on me. I did actually buy one of the legit tools for once. It's somewhat legit. This is a fork measuring tool. So I will show you what the purpose of it is, in case anyone is curious. Because I am a curious kind of little cat. There's a picture of a cat in my profile picture. It's my cat, Handsome. He's gone. He was a stray that I was taking care of. Right here shows a rod oil level, and I know you can't read it because backwards says inner tube. So from what I understand, referring back to the fork oil capacity, again, just a question is to describe what content do you do? Oh, thanks for the subscription, Ace. I am doing motorcycle related content, swap meet, swap log related content. I buy a lot of stuff at swap meet. A lot of weird stuff goes on at swap meet. So I cover a lot of that stuff. And then just weird stuff that I'm doing in general. Working on motorcycles, going places. Just went on a ride with my buddy. Went to a little event up in Ramona. But yeah, just a bunch of weird stuff. I've been doing crazy stuff for the last, I don't know how long. I was like, why am I not putting this out anymore? Thank you for the Buffalo Bill comment. It has been 2 hours and 10 minutes, and you are the winner. No one has made the Buffalo Bill comment yet, or any kind of skin peeling comment, but I appreciate you. Let me give you a little shout out. Use. Thank you for the Buffalo Bill comment. You are special to me. Table 6, it says, oil level is 5.1 inches and fork oil level is checked with fork springs removed and forks fully compressed. So that is why I've left out the fork spring. So the concept is pour your fork oil into the inner fork tube. And what I'm going to do is use this little tool right here. Let's see, here it is. I'm going to measure 5.1 inches from here to the bottom of this, and this will go in like this. And I believe the concept is this is like a dipstick, and you can also, if you basically add too much fluid in there, you use this to suck it out, and then it will suck out of this tube at exactly 5.1 inches. Or, all right, Ace, I'll see you later. You have a good night too. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate you. You can use this little tube right here,
and it'll suck out till the fork oil level is at its exact level. So it's like a self-leveling dipstick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out 5.1 inches from here to here, and then I will know that's the exact measurement. That way when I put my fork oil in there, it'll be the exact same level on both tubes, and that's what you want. If they're the different level on different fork tubes, it will not work right. It will be like dampening at the wrong levels and blah blah blah. All this weird stuff will start happening. Ghosts will start appearing. You don't want it to happen. So and oh my god, 12:48. Okay, well, you know what? I'm on vacation this week, so I can be a little naughty and stay up a little late. What do you guys think? For the love of the game, gotta get it in while the getting's good. Right, Courtney? She loves it. All right, time to get this fork oil in there. Let me get my measuring device like I was supposed to get when I got up, but I forgot what I was supposed to get, so I just sat back down. That's okay, sometimes you will forget. Why do you guys have such high expectations? I'm just a mere mortal. Okay, and mere mortals use stuff like this. This is the cheapest little caliper you could possibly ask for. It doesn't even have the little, they couldn't even afford to give you a little thumb screw on there. They just gave you a little thing where your thumb can rest, and it's like, well, you know what? You can just imagine the thumb thing is there, and you can, yeah, that's as good as it's going to get. Manually use it, okay? So I am going to adjust this to inches, and then I'll measure out. I'm going to blindly measure out what I think 5 inches would be. Yeah, that's about 5 inches. That's what I thought 5 inches looked like, actually. Okay, I'm sadly mistaken. It is not 5 inches. 5 inches is way larger than I thought it was. Okay, that's sad. Let me double check my cheapest plastic caliper ever, which I should not be using like this. This is like, why would you be using a plastic caliper like this? Is that it? Yes, Trev Dog, we are rebuilding fork seals. You guessed it right. And that's why they call you Big Trev Dog. Can you guess what bike it's for without looking at the picture? Don't cheat. Guess what bike it is. And you win. The prize of the night. Okay, well, I guess that is pretty accurate. That's like 5.1. With this Harbor Freight Heart brand. Earth, wind, fire, water, heart. Okay, I think that's like pretty much right. 5.10, right, guys? You can read it backwards. It says 201. That's right. Okay, so I'm gonna set, of course, with these super cheap dial indicators. Can't lock it in place, so that's what you want. Enduro or dirt bike? Close. You are close because the forks are pretty small. It is for a Kawasaki Ninja EX500. But in your defense, it is the exact same forks that they use for, I believe, the EX250, which is pretty small.
Did you know Ashley's
like
having
a
a massive
Enduro,
sale on mattresses
or I
right
guess
now? I stopped by the
pit bike is what
showroom
I
and
was
found
thinking.
this Align mattress by
Oh,
Ashley
great! I just
Sleep,
zeroed
and
this
it
out.
came with a
Perfect.
free
I have to
adjustable
start
base.
over.
You have to check out Ashley's Black Friday sale.
I accidentally zeroed it out. Let me just do this very quickly so that I mess it up. You know what? If there's a little bit, it won't be too bad. If it's a little bit off on both of them, as long as they're both off the same amount. Okay. Let's get this thing set. Sure there is maybe a more technical way to be doing this, or a more, I don't know, a more proper way to be doing this, but you know what? I didn't go to MMI or whatever it's called, Motorcycle Mechanic Institute. I went to I'm too broke to be taking my motorcycle to no mechanic institute. That's the institute I went to. And guess what? They taught me how to freaking get it done. But you know what? Look at the motorcycle shop. He said 10 weight for coil. And on table 6, it says, I can't remember, but I remember it said 10W20 fork oil. And I told the dude at the shop, I was like, dude, I've never heard of a 10W fork oil. And he said, yeah, I've never heard of it either. And I looked up online and people were saying it does exist. Might be some weird fork oil viscosity that I never heard of, but I don't know. 500 parts. 2 weight fish oil. Oh yeah, that would be nice. Throw some fish oil in there. All right, I'm gonna let it do a little glugging, a little chugging, take a little peek. This stuff does not smell too great. Out of all the oils, this one doesn't smell the greatest. I prefer ATF. Kind of smells like strawberry. Also, maybe because it's just red. I'm associating it with the red fruit. Who knows? Let me just go ahead and leave the cap off of the fork oil so I can maybe accidentally knock it over. Wouldn't that be fun? Nice. Working that fluid. Don't watch too closely, Chloe. Or Courtney. Chloe. It's my other mannequin head. Courtney is zooming in on me. Getting this fork oil cycled through here. And she's making me feel a little uncomfortable. She kind of has this little smoke on her face. Yeah, I know the deal for real. I know. Get your deals in. Gizmo over here is giving me the stink eye with how many times I've done this now. He's like, isn't that enough time? I'm like, no, it's not enough time, dude. Okay, so it said fully compressed. It is fully compressed. It said no spring, and the spring is still sitting here. And it said 5.1 inches, which is what this is. So, in theory, I should be able to go like this and give it a little pull. And some fluid is coming through, which means that it is not at the proper level. It is overfilled. I will continue to pull it until nothing comes through. And you can see the liquid is pulling it out, or it's pulling the liquid out. Okay. I'm guessing that is right. I would guess that if I just did that, that would be right. I mean, how else could it not be right? Right? We're doing it, folks. If you thought I couldn't get this fork seal done tonight, you're wrong. I did it. Did I do it correctly? That's to be seen. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. As long as I don't tip it over and drop the precious 10 weight fork oil all over the floor. What I'm mainly concerned about.
Come look at this. See that? See what it says? Copy. It's not real. Destroy a $100 bill. Why would I do that? Why on earth would I do something like that? Why? You know what these are. Don't lie to yourself and say you don't. So no, you know exactly what these are. These are the fork caps. You know what that is? That's a dryer sheet. It's been sitting there all night long, getting stepped on and just Ed Gain. Who's Ed Gain? You guys keep calling me that. Is that some sort of, I don't know, skin stealer reference? That's somebody that takes people's skin off and puts it on display. All right, I don't do that stuff anymore. All right. So, come on, Matthew Wood. Why you call me a sicko, dude? I thought we were gonna be friends. I made 2 new friends yesterday. I actually told this guy, I said, hey, maybe we could be friends and hang out and ride motorcycles. He said, yeah. I said, all right. Kind of funny. First time I've ever said to someone, hey, you want to be my friend? Kind of the way to do it, right? You just see a guy with a motorcycle and you say, hey, do you want to be my friend now? And we'll go ride motorcycles together and hang out. And he says, okay. And you say, okay. That's what you do. It's that easy. So difficult about it. You guys are making it seem really difficult. You just don't tell people about this stuff. You let them become your friend first. You lure them in with friendship. And then you start just sneaking around, doing stuff for them. You start doing stuff like thinking about their birthday, and you start just, picking up little snacks. Little snacks sometimes. And you just slowly over time, just without them even knowing, just build friendship. And before you know it, they're asking you to move. Help them move. And they say, sure, buddy, I'd love to help you. Oh, that's a lie, man. Zach, I am rebuilding forks on the Kawasaki EX500. I got this bike for free. My friend Michelle just gave it to me one day. She said, hey, do you want a bike? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Privet. That's not, I can't remember what the word is for thank you, but I'll say privet instead. I know that means hello in Russian. And is it applicable now? No, but I'm trying to remember. I know that's a lie, the deal for real. You got one friend right here, and his name is Fang. All right, buddy? I'm trying to tell people you don't have friends. All right? You got a friend right here, whether you like it or not. Friends, right? Right? Oh, nice. Ninja 300? Oh, nice. MRA. Oh, cool, dude. Ninja 300. I had never rode a sport bike before the Ninja 5 or the EX500, which is, I think, like pretty sure it's the same thing as a Ninja. Besides maybe some minor body panel designs or like design changes, but yeah, I never rode a street bike before this, and this bike is surprisingly fast. I think it's because it's so light. It is a very fast bike. Okay, so I remember how I did this now. Last time I used this puller, and I locked it onto the triple trees and popped the fork seals off, or the fork caps off there. But I won't be able to do that in this case, I don't think. At least I don't think I can right now. So I'm going to try and do it the weird way. Oh, nice. I'm glad to hear it. I love an odd sense of humor. All right. So the idea with these fork caps, got the spring obviously
poking out, and it has to be compressed while, you know, I'm putting on this cap. It has no threads. But what it does have on this fork tube is a little relief for this little clip to slide into. So what I'm going to do is the manual actually says to have someone else, a friend, which if you were here right now, the deal for real, you could be helping me out because you are my friend. Push down on this and then have the other person slide the clip in. So you know what? I'm going to try and do it without your help, Courtney, because I'm sure you are not going to be of any use to me right now. And the only extra hand that I have is currently not attached to an arm, so it's not really going to do much. I'll try though. We can do it, right, guys? This is Fang's garage after all, where we don't freaking give up, and we will break something before we do. You know what? Just to be fair, just so you guys are aware, this phone that I'm using is it's a Galaxy S10, and the battery kind of sucks on it. So I don't know what the battery gauge level is at. The phone might die at any point. So just give you a heads up, if the stream ends for some reason suddenly, my battery has died, and I will have to plug it in. So that happened last time when I got the motorcycle running, and I was out riding it live for the first time. The battery died on my phone. I was like, oh, great. I just grabbed all these people's attention for an hour trying to fix his bike. Finally got it running, got it out on the road live, and then the battery died on my phone. So it's fun, right? Are you not entertained? I am. Hold the base with your feet and push down. Okay. Let's try it. See what can be done. This is it. If this thing blasts off here, it'll probably hit me right in the face. So that'll be good. Wish I would have tried this without the spring in there first, just to verify that it will fit. Let me see. Yeah, it'll fit. Let me think if there's anything I can do. Let's see. Well, maybe there's something we can do. Well, maybe not. Maybe I can't use this. I do have this EX500 riser adapter that I got. And I was thinking maybe I could use this piece right here and use it to clamp down on it, but I don't think that's actually going to work. Let me just focus in on trying to push it down first, and then I will worry about the clip when I get to that point. For now, I will insert it into my lip as if it were a real lip ring, and as if these lip rings were not enough and I just had to have one more right in the middle. That way I won't lose it. And if I am desperately searching for it, feel free to remind me. Because like sunglasses on my head, I will forget that it is in my lip because I'm used to having metal piercings in my lip. Oh, I had it. I can do it. You know why I can do it? Because you guys are watching me and I'm under pressure right now. Therefore, I will perform. Or I will crash and burn. Either way, it's a win. All right, buddy, just hold it there and get the darn clip in, eh? I had it.
Had it so close. In case you guys are wondering, I'm located in northern Canada. That's why I'm able to wear shorts right now. It's really warm weather. Oh my goodness, golly. Guinness Book of World Records. But it's something a little bit better to grip onto. Right now, towel 420. I am trying to replace the fork seals on the EX500, aka the Kawasaki Ninja, aka the Widowmaker, aka the little fast bike. And I'm trying to get this fork clip in here. It is under spring pressure. This spring pressure could hold up a small vehicle, I believe. At least that's what it feels like. And I am trying to harness all that spring power with just my mere mortal muscles. And I'm feeling all my tendons and ligaments ripping as I try to do so. But you know what? I'm going to do it. Or my name's not. My name's not almost getting hit in the face. McGee. Okay, where did the little clip go? It just flew away. It disappeared into the night sky. I'm pretty sure that the clip flew off and I saw a large owl flying off with it in its talons. Luckily, I was able to grab it. And as you can see, this, not so fast, Jay. Sorry that the eagle eye was able to obtain the clip out in the shadows. But as you can see, this thing almost busted out my front teeth, which would have been very sad. That would have been a very sad boy. That would have happened. But luckily, did not. And luckily, I found the clip. And luckily, these gloves are coming off and things are getting serious. Go to a door? For what? Go to a door. I'm worried now. Use the door and the wall. The thing is, the door and a wall, huh? I can't turn it upside down or sideways. Yeah, I can't lay it down because it has fluid inside of it. So, bench vise. I do have a bench vise, but I can't lay it down, and the bench vise can't rotate. I think that if I could find something better to grip this with, this seems like it would be harder to do, but maybe it won't be. All right, pretty close. There it goes. If I could just get the clip in there, I got it. Oh, buddy, come on, bud. You can do it. You got it, dude. You got it, dude. You know you freaking got it, dude. You freaking got it. Watch it blast up and destroy my phone. That would be the best. That, sometimes when things happen and it's that dumb and funny, it's just, I mean, you have to laugh. So that would be sick. Nice. That was a struggle, guys. But you know what? That was good. Nice and solid. When I got this thing, it was just like, and then a bunch of fluid would be like, nice. Got it on. Okay. Good job, Gizmo. Okay. One more. That's it. One more. Oh, wait. I didn't put the fork fluid in there. What am I doing? That was weird. Why was I doing that? Courtney distracted me. I was literally just trying to cycle the oil through and make sure it was still good and stuff. So don't stop being weird. Don't be weird. It's my job. Why didn't you guys tell me I was overflowing it? You guys just watched me overflow that fork oil all over because I was trying to be funny and look at the camera, and I just overflowed it all over the floor. It is all over. It is all over the place. There is no. That was very smart of me. And now, the tradition of doing something dumb on Fang's garage has been fulfilled. I have spilled fork oil all over the place. Perfect. Now I'm just sucking it out. Just sucking it all out. And, you know, I was thinking, what's tonight's cologne going to be that I'm going to drag into the bed? And now I was thinking, it's got to be a fork oil type of night. Now, if the fork seal is not working, I won't be able to tell because it's thoroughly coated in fork oil. Along with my... Nice. Nothing else got touched in the fork oil except for all over my skin. This is a great moisturizer, in case you guys are curious. It is very good for your skin if you would like to have your skin fall off. And that's exactly what I use it for. I use it to peel off all my skin at night when I'm not doing live streams. I usually like to peel off at least one layer of skin before going to bed. And also I like to coat myself in some sort of oil, preferably not fork oil. But yeah, either oil or gasoline or anything I'm working on, I like to just kind of slather myself in it. What do you guys think? You didn't have to laugh like that, Towley. Come on, man. You just laughed. You laughed and giggled while I just overflowed all that fork oil all over the floor and got it all over my hands. That's okay. We're having fun. Yeah, I know. I actually got the syringe fluid all over my leg too. I was hoping that nobody saw that, but everybody apparently saw it. Everyone saw me accidentally like squirt it all over my leg. And then nobody said anything about that too. No, Zach, I don't wash my hands with brake cleaner, dude. Come on, man. Who do you think I am? Savage? I use freaking Super Tech car cleaner, okay? This is the only way to wash your hands if you just covered them in brake fluid, all right? Soft coating on there, and it really softens up the skin after it evaporates off. Yeah, the orange scrub that I got from AutoZone is definitely going to be working overtime when I clean up my hands after this. It's going to be earning its spot under the kitchen sink. Okay, let me find a place to pour out some of this oil out of the syringe because I don't want to deal with it all full of oil. Now you guys can get a front row seat in case this thing decides to just fall over and get stuff all... Oh, I have my oil excretion area right here. Oil. Yeah. There we go. Squirt it all out. Oh, gosh. That is sick. That is despicable. What do you guys think? Are we having fun or not? I know I sure as heck am. I always have fun when I'm hanging out in the garage, covering my body with fluids next to Courtney. Sucking it all out with a syringe. Is that the Yeti from Goosebumps? Just wasted what? Well,
it was just a little fork fluid. Had to get rid of it. The Yeti from Goosebumps, I'm not positive, but you know what? This mask is actually a mystery to me. I bought it at the swap meet for $10 or $8, and I'm convinced that this mask is probably worth, I don't know, $90 or so. That's my guess. I know, you know what, the deal, I was thinking about putting that back in the bottle, but I'm also kind of concerned because I'm like, I don't know, the little ports and stuff on the valve, they didn't look like, I just didn't want any dirt to get in it. And this fork oil stuff is like, I think it's only like $8 for this whole thing. And I just did both forks with the one bottle. So dang, 69 likes. You guys are freaking making me blush. I'll put a little bit more in there just to make sure, because I wasn't paying attention when I was sucking it out. But yeah, I just figured with how cheap this stuff is, I figured I would just freaking not even chance it, you know? I want to make sure this thing is level when I'm pulling it out of there. Okay, good. As long as I pull some out, I'll know that it's, when it's done pulling, it's at the perfect level. Thanks again for all the likes, everybody. I appreciate it. And for everybody watching, thank you for tuning in. But if I make a huge mess again, feel free to let me know. Okay. Now that the fork fluid is verified, oh boy, here it comes again. The moment of truth. The fork cap challenge. The fork cap challenge is very easy without the spring. But you know what? Can't do that here. Make sure that all the animal hairs and stuff are all covering the spring before you put it on there. Something kind of fun that happened the other day on Halloween night. I was taking one of the kids out of the car, and I said, oh, I'll come back out for the candy and stuff in a little bit. Didn't end up coming back out for like 2 hours. And went and got in the car, and I was like, oh, there's a Butterfinger crushed on the seat. No way. And I was all bummed out because I was like, man, I was about to eat that mini Butterfinger, but I decided not to. I decided to wait till I got home. And I was like, oh man, I must have sat on it or something. And then I looked closer and I was like, what the heck are those little tracks on the seat? There's some raccoon footprints. What about the O-ring in my hand? Which O-ring? Now you're sketching me out. This one? I know this has an O-ring on it. Jim, come on. Booty warrior. You're not talking about this booty, are you? She's not available and she doesn't have a booty. Oh. Yeah, the snap ring. But yeah, I saw there were some raccoon prints on the car seat. And I was like, no freaking way. I went and looked at the security camera. Sure enough, I saw the silhouette of a raccoon. He went back and forth in and out of the car 5 or 6 times to go into one of the candy bags and was digging around in the candy bag. He went and grabbed some candy, crawled out, ate it, went back, crawled out, kept going back and forth 5 or 6 times and ate it. And then the last one, he was just sitting there. Why am I on the ground? Well, Joe, I am on the ground because the work area in Fang's garage is occupied by 7,000 other projects and creatures and other things. Yeah, I know. It's not ideal. But you know what? That's okay. I like to be down and dirty. Less talk, more work. Stanley, come on. I got to tell the story about the dang raccoon eating my Butterfinger. Plus, this part is just brute force. I feel like if I actually don't concentrate on this, I'll actually be able to do it more easily for some reason. I feel like looking at it is making it harder. Oh man, I almost pinched my arm in there. Come on. If only I had dang fingernails. Ah, crap. This snap ring is not wanting to. Oh, crap. Not wanting to go into the groove. All right. At least this freaking Harbor Freight hand file is working. Oh, shim. Almost popped myself in the face and ripped part of my beard out at the same time. All right. Let's see if the silent method will work. I will not say one word until this goes in there. How about that? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're absolutely right. All right. Silent technique is not working. I feel like I have to say something. And that is, I am not going to go to sleep tonight until I get this thing in. And
I will have dreams about it. And these dreams that I have will most likely be about me losing this circlip, or this little snap ring, when it goes flying off. But maybe it'll be a sweet dream about the time I got this clip in there. Okay. Let me think. I think I can do it. I had a thought on a weird plan, but I think I could just force it in. Problem is that when I'm trying to push this in, if it's not perfectly centered in there, because this O-ring, there's a little bit of resistance. So that's what's giving me such a hard time. It's like able to fit in there easily, but the O-ring is making it so I have to apply a perfectly, there it is, perfect amount of pressure level. Of course, I dropped that screwdriver when I need it. Where is that thing? Oh, there's something. I almost got it. It's a little off canter. Oh, shh. Oh no. Dang it. But it's stuck in my beard. Okay, I'm not freaking gonna go off on this crap. Oh, I got the dang thing. Watch. You thought you could get me? You really think you could get me like that? You really thought it could freaking get me, dude? Not with the freaking team here, the support crew. Couldn't have done it without you guys freaking whipping me into shape. Oh, I got it. I think I got it. Let me just make sure I double check this. Make sure it's in there good. Nice. Yeah, it's in there solid. It's not coming out. Nice, dude. Got it. It is done. Let me read through some of these comments. I was so focused on it. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's how you lost a kidney, dude? Are you serious? The ring of distress in English. You are right, Yuka. I know. Hey, oil on the O-ring. Yeah, I know. That probably would have helped. Trying to make a lightsaber out of a buffer tube. You are right. It is. Raven, I am making a lightsaber currently. Nice. Mask in close proximity. Yeah, right. Donated 150. I have no way for anyone to even donate. I only have like I don't even have 300 subscribers. I don't even think you can do anything. Why is this always close by? Because this is my co-host. This is Courtney. She's been here from the beginning. One of the first items that I bought from the swap vlog videos. And yeah, she's a good co-host. Always making people sketched out. Like, why is this guy a serial murderer? That's the number one comment that I get. how many people has this guy killed on this live stream? Yeah, this is like literally looking down the barrel of a gun, in my opinion. Because this thing, if this little tiny clip pops off there, it will go flying. What up, Master Boy YouTube? Face you. Do a 360. I double tap the screen. What do you mean 360? Is that what it will earn a like? How about you just like it because I'm doing all this stuff at 12:45 p.m. and I'm annoying my neighbors? Does that not deserve a like? Are you not entertained? All right. Well, that was quite the saga, guys. It's getting pretty intense. I am thoroughly 4:33 a.m. Oh, okay, nice. Are you working on a motorcycle too? Are you working on 8 motorcycles? I'm only working on one. It's the EX500. But here you go. Here's a 360. 360. How about that? Can you do a 360 on this? There you go. 1990 EX500. Right now, Master Boy, got a lot of helmets. Yes, I actually collect masks. I collect helmets. Right now. Oh, okay. Master Boy, I was working on the 1990 EX500, one of 8 motorcycles that I own. And the other 7 are hiding in the shadows or sitting in here, or they're right there, or maybe there's one hiding underneath all this stuff. But yeah, I collect helmets. I collect masks, some old Halloween masks. But yeah, I collect motorcycle toys, motorcycle contraband. A cat, that is my old cat Handsome that unfortunately passed away. But I had that picture of him with a hat on there, and I said, you know what? I miss Handsome. I'm going to just use this picture, and I've left it on there. Check out that sticker of the freaking dragon fighting the eagle. Is that cool or what? Yeah, I collect masks. I collect old toys. I collect Smokey the Bear stuff, which is kind of particular. But yeah, lots of helmets. Lots of motorcycle contraband, and this guy too. He just showed up one day. I don't know where he came from, but he's welcome, as well as all these other critters and other weird objects that maybe some people don't like. I don't know. Do people not like that? I don't know. That's what I like. Weird stuff. And apparently see-through stapler also. That's a swing line, so don't forget. Oh, nice. Thank you, man. The Red Simpson one. That is one of my favorites. And this is the helmet that I wear when I dress up as Santa Claus around Christmas time. And I ride my motorcycles around. And this year, I'm going to buy a bunch of candy canes and I'm going to throw them at people. That's what I decided to do. I was like, you know what? My buddy wrote around me last year. He said, I'm going to look for a Grinch costume. And I said, yeah, do that. I'll keep an eye out for the Grinch costume also. And he said, let's throw candy canes at people next year. I said, all right, let's do it. So that's what we're going to do. Me and Lane Split Leo, my friend, I've been friends with for 30 years. One of my closest friends. So, also interested in motorcycles. He's also interested in why I have this old dryer sheet in my hand. Why do I have it? And guess what? I'm not throwing the shirt out. So don't ask me again. I'm not going to throw it out, okay? Look at the freaking Moon Eyes logo. Do you think I care about the hole in the armpit? I actually like it more now that I mentioned it. So, since it is 1 a.m., for 1:37 a.m., it's really late. I'm not going to be putting the forks on the EX500 right now, because I know I can't do it secretly. It's called a Kawasaki Ninja, but I can't actually be as quiet as a ninja right now.
Wait, is this you
So-
trying to build a website? Because I got you.
I will wait until tomorrow to install the forks. Why not stitch the shirt? I think it's like, I think I've worn this shirt so much that if I tried to sew it up, I think it would probably just rip. Because it's like tearing from probably the sweat of my armpit and the filth of my armpit, and me wearing it a billion times. But isn't it cooler if it's a ripped up shirt inside the house? You'd be surprised. This is like my area inside the house. That's where all the creepy stuff is at. Where all the weird stuff is. Can't be seen by the public. It's normal. Trust me. You don't want to see in there. Well, I guess my review of the Amazon brand Fork Seal driver tool is okay. If you have the patience to modify it, or you know, get it to work properly, then I guess it'll work. Pretty primitive. Embalming fluid, yeah, there's some wet specimens in the house, some living specimens. It's not what I use these for. It's just for motorcycle stuff. There's definitely no critters in the house. Nothing weird going on in there. Don't even bother. Don't even ask. I got this adapter for the EX500. The Kawasaki. This is for the Kawasaki Ninja. This is to add risers to it. So normally on the Kawasaki Ninja, the handlebars are built in to the upper risers, essentially, or in like into the fork thing. It's like weird. I'll show you tomorrow. In case you guys want to see me install these fork tubes, I'll probably do it tomorrow night. And then I'll probably put the camera mount on the bike and I'll go ride it live. You guys can see what it's like to ride a Kawasaki EX500, aka Kawasaki Ninja. And again, I'm going to try and figure out a way to stream high quality while I'm riding. I saw another guy doing that and I was like, dude, that looks so freaking cool. And I tried to do it and it was super fuzzy and distorted. And so I need to work out all the little bits and pieces and get a Wi-Fi hotspot and all that stuff. So I know I can use my phone, but I don't think it'll really work the way I want it to. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be installing those fork tubes that you guys just saw me struggling with. It's really all about the struggle, right? It's the entertainment is seeing the fight. I was fighting those things. And they put up one good fight. But yeah, if you want to check out when I install them, I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. And if I have time, maybe I'll be doing some other stuff. Maybe I'll make some handlebars for it. Kind of want to irritate some cruiser riders and some sport bike riders. And make some maybe Z-bars or ape hangers or something. Maybe some mini apes for the EX500. That'd be kind of fun. It does depend on how far the cables can reach. So there's that. Oh gosh, look at what I did. Look at what I did earlier today. Like, what a freaking mess. Yes, I have a Insta360 but I don't know how to stream with it really. As far as like, I actually haven't figured out how to live stream it yet. I shouldn't show that. Yeah. Started trying to organize all my motorcycle parts. And I started organizing them by like bikes and by grips, and I was just like, oh my gosh, why did I decide to start doing this? Yeah, I know it is very sketchy with the way people drive nowadays. Got to be basically ready to be hit by a car at all times. Because even if people are paying attention, sometimes stuff just happens. I had one of my best friends die 5 years ago. I think it was 5 years ago now. 6 years ago. Riding his motorcycle. We were going up on a trip. We had planned to go camping for like 5 days. And after that, we were going to go to a motorcycle show. And the first day that we went riding, his bike, he lost control of his bike and wrecked his bike and got hit by a car and he died. And that was totally like the person that hit him, it was not like, you know, it was like a freak thing. Like it was a freak accident. It wasn't, there wasn't anything the driver could do about it. So even in regular circumstances, regular riding conditions, it's still super dangerous. So would I recommend anyone get a motorcycle? Nope. Don't get one. It's freaking dangerous. I would not recommend it. Unless you're willing to accept that risk. In which case, you might end up like this. You might end up with 8 motorcycles and a crippling park addiction and the inability to go a day without wondering what the next project will be, what the next modification will be, what the next ride might hold. You never know. But what can you do? What are you gonna do? You could also get hit by a car walking down the street. I was just talking to somebody earlier today. I saw a guy went and get something to eat. He forgot his food on top of the car, went out into the street, and food fell off the car. And they pulled over the car, and I figured out what was happening. I saw the bag of food in the street. I went and told my coworker, I said, dude, come over here. I think this guy's about to get hit by a car. The dude ran out into the street to grab his food, got hit by a car, and went flying through the air. And yeah, called 911. It was pretty crazy. The guy was very messed up, but he did survive. So, yeah, you never know when it's going to happen. The big hit. The big moment. Well, that was a pretty productive stream, guys. You almost saw me lose my front teeth or possibly my eye or something similar. But yeah, it is 1:47. I'm gonna go get some sleep. So go subscribe. I have like almost 300 subscribers. So that's the goal. Get to 300 subscribers, maybe by the end of this week. So go subscribe, go like. If you want to see me work on some more bike stuff tomorrow, or anytime this week, I'll be working on some bike stuff, and I'll be uploading videos on Fridays, maybe swap meet stuff. I don't know, who knows? Thanks to everybody that liked this video. That's a lot of likes, and I appreciate it, and it makes me very happy. Trying to fit more stuff in the garage, Groot. I don't know. It's looking a little full right now, but who knows? If I find a cheap enough motorcycle, I probably will throw it in the garage, or maybe throw it outside. There's actually another motorcycle out in my truck right now, a little scooter I didn't even show you guys tonight. But maybe I'll work on that tomorrow after I fix up the EX500. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Fang. I'm out of here. See ya.